All right, so here we go. We're now ready to start. So first things first, a little bit of setup. Now, we're both going to need our initial budget, which is 20 coins each. Let's take one 10 coin and two 5s each. Okay, so just put them somewhere vaguely in your area. That's fine. Now, you want to flip your character card, and you want to rotate it twice. That's your cage. Everybody gets an initial cage, and that's free. We also get a free environment. So here's an environment for you, and here's an environment for me. I'm just going to flip it. You can put it close to the other one, about that distance. I'll put a grid, hopefully, to help.
Oops, sorry. I'm sorry.
No. It's my fault. You should have been doing it on your own. Now here is your home base here to the left, and you can see you got 4 workers on it, right? Mm-hmm. And they have little snappy areas where they go. Now we are ready to begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button here, which is going to give us our starting hands. Okay.
Okay.
There. Now you have your hand, and you can observe your hand for a little while to see if you already spot some synergies, some things that would work for you. For example, does the beast that you have match your diplomats to any degree? And so on and so forth. It's entirely possible that you have absolutely no synergy. That's completely within the realms of what happens in this game. So,
I have not diplomat oriented. Well, I might have some things. And all right. So from what I'm seeing, since I have a trader available that I can work with, I don't really have a diplomat that I can work with, but I have a diplomat I can start with.
That's perfect. You don't necessarily need to have a diplomat that already has an agreement to start with them. You can, in fact, start with diplomats that you presently have nothing for, because it really depends on what shows up on the hunting field, right? If, listen, I don't particularly mind showing you one of my cards, right? So say, for example, Shoba over here, she wants a dragon that's not from Teutonica. That's very, very rare, right? If one of these dragons were to show up and you hadn't taken it and it was my turn, I would go like, hey, brilliant. And I could decide to suddenly pursue her. Before, maybe it wasn't my intent, but now I could. Does that make sense?
That does.
All right. So one thing we also need to do that I almost forgot is at the beginning we need to determine who gets to go first. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the die. Higher number gets to go first. Now I roll the 5. Go ahead.
That wasn't a very good roll. But...
That's all right. You get to go first. That's not a problem. So I'm gonna call it cheating straight away. So I'm gonna put.
I was gonna go a little farther than that.
I'm gonna put this here, and up here I haven't yet shown you this. It's not particularly important, but basically we have a turn stack, and whoever's at the top goes first, and then whoever's under goes next. Of course, in 2 players it's not a big deal. But in multiple players it's important because we don't just go clockwise. We need to go by that order. And because you're first and I'm second, I get a small little bonus of 2 coins as my starting budget. All right?
Do the turns rotate each day, where we would re-roll for turn order each day, or is this pretty much how it is for the rest of the game?
No, they do change, but they don't depend on rolling anymore. They depend on poverty. Whoever's poorer goes down. It's this game is a bit like Jesus. The last will be the first.
Okay.
Let me give you another environment, because I think when I gave the hands out, I have the function that resets the decks. So I think our environments have disappeared. So there we go. We got our environments. We got our home base. We got our money. We are ready to start. All right. So let's now put this little cube here, and we're going to get our quests. Now, I've already set this up to have a button here. So I'm going to click on draw quests, and you're going to get 2 quests. Now what we need to do, starting with you because you're first, you need to discard down to the day number of quests. So the day number right now is 1, and you have 2 quests. You must discard 1 quest down. So how do you discard it? You don't discard it facing down. You discard it facing up. You can put it here between my tableau and yours if you like. So,
all right, so if I go here...
Yeah, you just drop it like that, right? So now it would be my turn. I presume, therefore, that the other quest that you kept is the one you want to keep, right? Because whatever reason, I don't know. So I also have 2 here, and I have 2 options available to me now during my turn. I can either drop both of my quests and take the one that you have dropped and essentially say, I prefer your trash to my stuff. Or I can decide to keep one of mine and simply drop one, which is the choice I'm going to go with. I'm going to drop this quest over here, which is for Beasts from Galaxia. If you, it's back to being your turn. If you think that my quest that I've dropped is better than the one you have, you can drop your own and take mine in exchange. What matters is that by the end of your turn, you remain with only one.
Okay, so I do have a question then in regards to a component.
Go ahead.
This is the one I've got, and
Yes.
I do not recall this symbol on any of this quests we had before.
You mean the tiny purple symbol in the corner?
Yes.
Okay, there is a version of the game that's meant for children. It's a variant called Family Mode. We are not playing with that variant, but if we were to play with that variant, this symbol indicates that this card would be illegal to play with in that variant.
Okay.
It's a much simpler version of the game for children.
So what I'm reading on this then is creatures of cost of 4 or value of 4 will net me 5.
That is correct. 5 influence points by the end of the game. Now, of course, those are A, semi-rare, B, quite expensive to maintain. So that's a potential difficulty. But if you, for example, thought that this was a safer bet, you could drop this and take this and add it to your hand. It's entirely.
And that's what I'm thinking about that. I think at least for the first play, as opposed to big risk, I'm going to play safe just to get the feel for it. Then I'm going to go with this one and take this one.
No problem. So you add it to your hand. Okay, now I don't want either of these two. I'm happy with my situation. Are you happy with your situation for quests?
As of right now, yes.
Perfect. So we agree that the phase of play has ended. We trash both of those. Then we take the one from our hand and flip it and put it right in front of our home base. Just above. That's perfect. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's no problem. Okay, now we are done with dawn. Let's move on to the morning. So now, normally, human beings would just put cards here and just flip them one by one, etc. I've prepared a button for that, which is set up morning cards. I'm going to click it now. All of the cards have been populated. Now, you are first, and therefore, you get to do the following. You take one of your worker guys and just move them outside of your home base. This will simply indicate that this worker has been used. Okay?
Okay.
Now that you've used that worker, in exchange, you can collect any one of these cards from the board right now.
So as long as they're in a space that matches the current phase of the game, worker can play.
Yeah, essentially, yes. Exactly.
All right.
And what you want to do, of course, is you want to A, solve the diplomats you have in your hand, or B, expand further, we're getting more diplomats, or C, make some money, or D, break some rules with these guys up here. One thing I should also mention, because you're quite an advanced gamer as a general thing, right? There is a way for you to get rid of cards in your hand, but it's only possible after you've run out of workers, okay? So if you are planning on completely ignoring one of your diplomats, that's fine. Just keep in mind you will be able to essentially discard them, okay? I've gone so far, I might as well tell you how, just so you have full awareness. So you will be able to discard 2 cards from your hands to collect one alternative one different one. Now, discard is an important verb in this game because discard does not mean trash. Trash means that the card goes here on, let's say this is trashing, okay? Discarding means putting a card from your hand onto the field. Why?
Oh, okay.
Because that way, if you do it, I can potentially draft that card.
Gotcha.
Okay, so anyway.
So that's going to be a risk and reward or risk. A risk is feeding your opponents something they would otherwise want.
That's correct. So now it is your turn, and you can decide what to do. You've already moved the worker out, so it's just a matter of taking something in exchange. If you would like an explanation of how these guys up top work, I'm happy to give you it now. It's up to you.
As of right now, I think I'm gonna just try to solve a problem, diplomatic problem.
A diplomatic problem. I like the way you think.
I think I've got it.
Okay, go ahead and
All
take.
right. So I'm gonna draft this one.
Yeah, and stick it in your hand. There you go. All right, so it is now my turn. I'm gonna move a worker outside of my home, And let's see what I'm going to take. Because, of course, I spent time explaining things to you, and I didn't spend any time thinking for myself, which is not ideal, is it? I think I'm going to take the statuesque Ra and add him to my hand. It's your turn.
All right. Character needs... Oops. Why is that happening?
I'm not sure what it
I
is.
think I'm misclicking something. There it is. I wasn't zoomed out far enough.
Oh.
That's... Sorry, I'm not seeing something I can use. I think I can use this. Yes. All right.
So you want to move a worker outside?
Take this.
Yep.
And take this.
Yep, back in your hand. Perfect. My turn now. What I am going to do is I am actually going to expand a little bit, and I am going to take Farouk. It's your turn.
Now that I've taken that.
Oh, bums. I just noticed some stuff.
Things that need to be corrected, or?
No. Things that I want.
Oh.
I've been playtesting this game for almost a year. It's in a pretty good state, I think. But you'll be the judge of that.
All right. I think I'm going to
ask questions.
So the commander up here allows me to use one meeple or two meeples for one. What is the commander doing specifically?
She will give two of the meeples, two of your workers that have already been used. They return to home base and they can be used again. Effectively speaking, if you use one worker to draft her, you will get two workers back. So one additional action. It's quite a clever move.
Yeah, then I will do that for right now.
Well, if you're doing a clever move, I'm going to do a weird one. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take the socialite. I'll explain what she does when I use her, which is probably in the next hand. So, or the next thing.
I need money to draft more environments?
Yes, but that only happens during the afternoon.
During the afternoon. Yeah. All right.
It's 3
Just want to make sure I'm not overstretching myself in a way that would be handicapping.
No, that's quite all right.
Then I'm going to need to... that's... I don't think there's anything on the board I can use for that right now. All right. So... that's...
Bummer.
None of that benefits. Yeah.
I cannot chat in my own chat. I'm actually not logged in, it turns out, so I can only tell the MP design. Thank you. So I was gonna say thanks, but I can't. You were saying that you don't think you have a choice that works.
Yeah, I'm
you?
looking at the things on the board at the moment. Mm-hmm. I'm either going to be pulling monsters just to pull monsters that are marginally useful.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that looks good. That one might work. Okay, actually, that's immediately compatible right there. So I need to look for something else then. Sorry if I'm talking out loud. For
carry on. There is no problem at all.
No. That might... No, that's not useful either.
Do you happen to have two cards that you think you're going to discard?
Not yet. Thus far, I think everything is generally useful, and I just found one that I can work with. So, so that one card that I pulled, does that automatically use when I pulled it? The commander?
No, you can use it whenever you want. It does.
Whenever I want.
It does take up your turn, though. It doesn't. It doesn't use any workers, but it does take up your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna still go with this then, and I'm gonna play and draw this creature here.
Perfect.
The static infiltrator. Right.
I'm now going to play the socialite. Now, I would like you, and you see I've trashed her down here. Now, I would like you to take a diplomat from the top of the deck and stick it in your hand.
Diplomat from the top of my deck
Yes.
into my hand.
Now, flip this new diplomat and read me their name.
This is the patron.
No,
sorry.
that's not the name.
Torg. Sorry, I had it upside down. I flipped it. Torg.
You've just given me a hint, but actually I know that guy, so it doesn't matter. So I'm now going to rattle out the characteristics of this guy. Okay? If I get them right, for each characteristic I get right, I get 1 coin. If I get all of them right, I get the diplomat as well. Okay? And we're going to repeat this process twice. That's how the socialite works. So,
gotcha.
1, he's a patron. 2,
yeah.
I already knew that. 2, he gives you 1 coin of income. And 3, he wants 2 fiends.
Yes.
Right, so what you do now is you drop him in front of me, and I'll take him and add him to my hand, and I'll also collect 3 coins. Now, repeat the process with another diplomat.
All right.
So the socialite is quite an advanced card, as I'm sure you have surmised by now.
All right, so I give the name.
Yeah.
Now that I've got it flipped correctly, this is Selonir, or Selenar, or Selenar.
Selonir, I'm almost sure I know him. Okay, so he should be an aristocrat. He gives you 1 coin. And he wants 1 black and 1 red beast. Is that right?
Yep, that is him.
Okay, so you can drop him down there, and I'm going to collect a lovely 3 coins and Selonir. And my turn is done. It's now yours.
The advantage of knowing everything on the game so far.
Yeah, you say that, but I've just changed their names recently. So every time I do this, it's like really messing with my head. So, because they all used to have titles. To give you an example, Selonir, his name was Dark Lord Effer. So when you say Selonir, I need to what? So anyway, it's now your turn to play. You could play the commander if you wanted now, but I suspect that there is a trader you're more interested in.
Since I don't have any more meeples to go through, I can go. I can, however, still, this would end my turn, correct? If I go and play the instructor, which I'm reading it now, as I draw a what are these called again?
They're
personnel. I draw a personnel card and put it in my hand.
Not quite. You draw 3 of them, and you take 1 and you put it in your hand, and the other 2 you trash.
All right.
So you could, but wait a moment. I want to give you all of your options. So now that you ran out of workers, there are 4 things you can do. Number 1, you can pass. Now, passing is essentially skipping a turn. It doesn't mean that your entire morning is finished. Not at all. It means that you're simply stalling. But you can only do it after you ran out of workers. So that's pass. Number 2, you can spend 5 of your coins from your supply to immediately take another card. Okay? That could be, it's basically a worker for hire. Option number 3, you drop 2 cards from your hand onto the field and collect a different one. That's the option I had already given you before. And option number 4 is you could do what you're doing right now, which is play one of the personnel. So he is legal to play now, so you would trash him there into the pile. And now you can collect 3 from the top of the personnel deck, stick them in your hand. I don't need to see these, right? They go in your hand.
Oh, why is it not? It's not letting it.
It might be because it wants 1 by 1. I think you can just.
Oh yeah, it does want 1 by 1.
I think you can press the 1 key on your keyboard to draw 1. I think.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So
and then I just
now
flip those over.
Of these 3 that you've collected, you are only allowed to keep 1, and the other 2 you must trash. And I must see what you trash.
All right.
DMP design. The physical game exists. I've made the physical game before making the the virtual version. The physical game has been playtested thoroughly, and it's been working quite well. So, in fact, I find the virtual version much more painful to play. It's quite clunky. Anyway, sorry, I'm half responding to chat. I'm sure you have the same problem as me.
I told everybody in my chat I was going to be, so whenever you're explaining, I'm not speaking out over you because I want to learn the game first, and then I'll probably open up and start like relaying what folks are saying. Gotwing said, "That's cheating, Mike."
Oh, hi,
But you
Godwin.
already addressed that for your
DMP,
in-game knowledge.
the DMP asks if the game is purged. Well, I'm afraid it isn't yet, but I'm very much hoping that it will be. Okay, so I can see the two you're dropping. So you're dropping both the Sun Mistress, who would change a Nocturnal Beast to a Diurnal, so we can trash her, and you can also trash the Moon Master. I simply must be made aware. That is all, as a player. Okay, you're good. So now you're done.
I'm gonna start I'm gonna start orating my specific turns just to make sure that I'm in line. And
yeah, that's no problem. It is now my turn because you've done yours. So I have one more worker. And what do I want to do with this worker? What I want to do with this worker is think for a moment. Isn't that an exciting idea? So now that I've collected all of those diplomats, all of a sudden I have different options, don't I? I think I know. I will use a worker to collect the Beastmaster and add him to my hand. It is now your turn. I wish I could answer you via chat, DMP, but I can't. Wait, maybe I can do it in the browser.
Oh, I do have an idea. So I'm going to spend 5, throw that in the bag.
Yep.
And I'm going to take this
Rimiki, yeah.
Yep. Take Rimiki. I think I have something lined up for that coming.
That sounds grand. So it is now. Remember, you can always use your commander, right, to get 2 workers back. So I am now going to utilize my Beastmaster. My Beastmaster needs a worker or equivalent. Then I need to speak out a characteristic of a beast that is not its activity, so diurnal or nocturnal, or its diet. It must be something else. Okay, and then I can take up to 3 beasts that match that characteristic. Okay, so my characteristic is going to be element water, but first I need to pay to play him, right? What I'm going to do to play him is I'm going to drop 2 cards from my hand. And I'm going to drop Torg, and I'm going to drop Shoba. So Shoba, for example, you see, she could be interesting to you because she wants a diurnal green, and I know you have one, and you've just collected Rimiki, so that works well together. However, there is no non-Teutonica dragon, and dragons are rare. So buyer beware, you take your own risks. So now I can legally take up to 3 monsters that are water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this giant, the Venerable Crag, and put him in my hand. Then I'm going to take this, Miracle Chrysalis, and add it to my hand. And finally, the Grotesque Gulper, which is also water, and add it to my hand. And I'm done with my turn. It is now your turn.
All right, I am going to take the risk. I'm going to spend 5 for another worker, and I am going to take her in my hand.
DMP has asked me where he can find progress on this. Well, there's much more than progress, but you can basically photograph this QR code over here, and it will take you to a link tree with all sorts of information. Sorry, Wulden, I'm just going to take like a moment to essentially explain what my situation has been in a while. So,
not a problem, man. Take your time.
I no longer work on video games. I have for a long time, as you all know. I now work full-time on board games for many reasons, which I'm happy to explain maybe someday in some different stream. Today is not the time for that. But yes, I've been working on Beasts and Diplomacy for a long while now, since May last year. And it's been an absolute blast. I'm very, very happy with this career decision. And now I am essentially working as hard as I can to find somebody who will be willing to publish this product. I am making progress from that perspective, but like everything, it takes time. Okay, back to us, Wulden. So I think you've taken Shoba in the end, haven't you?
Yep, I did take Shoba.
I can understand that. Now I find myself with a bit of a situation. So what do I want to do? Because I have a bunch of rubbish and I don't necessarily want everything, do I? Well, well. So what I'm going to do now, yeah, I am going to drop 2 cards again, and this time I am going to drop this Miracle Chrysalis and an Elite Trader. Now you can see that I don't have room here, but that's okay. These slots are just sort of like indications for the setup of the drafting field. It doesn't mean that the drafting field is limited. It is in fact unlimited. I will put this Elite Trader up here, just because we got nowhere else to put it, or down here, that's fine. But it is draftable by any of us, okay? So I've dropped this and this particular fish, and I will take Sir Arcton in return. It's now your turn.
I am going to pass.
That is a sensible option. I, however, have lots of money, and I don't like money. I want to do things with money. How dare you laugh at that? I shall spend a $5, so I'll take these 5 little coins and put them in the bag, to collect the Exhumer and add them to my hand. And I reckon I am ready to pass as well, if you are ready to pass again.
I am ready to pass again.
Okay, fantastic. So we both agreed to move on. So what we need to do now is, unfortunately, have no better way than doing it manually. We need to trash all of the things in the appropriate slots. So everything goes behind its own deck. Okay. Ta-da! All right, we're done. We're ready to move on to noon. Now we can do this out of turn. It doesn't matter. We just need to welcome our diplomats in the stack. So if you want to take a quick look on my side, just to remind you how this works. So I'm going to take Farouk and put him here. Then I'm going to take Arcton and put him above. Then I'm going to take Selonir and put him yet above. And then I'm going to put Zoya above all of them. Which means that by the end of the game, I will want to have 2 grey beasts, 2 Angelian beasts, 1 red and 1 black, and 2 birds. Right? So it's quite an ambitious situation. Let's see if I'll be able to do this. It's now, you can do it too. From your hand, there. Now, one word of warning. These are now commitments, right? If you fail them, it's going to cost you. However, you could keep them in your hand. If you keep them in your hand, it is legal to keep them all the way to the next day. However, it is going to cost you 3 coins in maintenance for each diplomat that you don't welcome. Okay?
Okay.
The same applies, or similarly, it works for your other cards. So if we look at traders, they are free to maintain across all of the days. Okay. Beasts.
Hold on. Where is that? That's you're pointing.
Well, you have a trader in your hand. I'm not pointing at anything other than your hand.
Gotcha. Okay.
You have a trader in your hand. I don't want to touch your hand, right? But you have a trader in your hand. That trader is free to maintain. So even if you don't use them, you can keep them, right? The beasts are illegal to keep after after dusk. You must deal with them in some way at dusk. If you haven't played them in the afternoon because they're still in your hand, it means you are going to have to sell them off without a trader if you don't have a trader. I haven't yet explained how that works, but it's basically the worst type of sale you can do. And finally, your personnel, which is essentially the most tactical weapon, so to speak, that you have in business diplomacy, those can be kept from day to day, but they cost you 1 each. For example, I have a personnel that I'm guaranteed to keep now. So it will cost me 1, and I'm already accounting for it. Anyway, back to your diplomats. It's time now to put them down.
All right, so in regards to what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to actually be playing all of them. So,
That's odd. The DMP says that the link that I just gave him before is broken. That's surprising because it's worked at the convention. Okay, let me see if I can go to the chat while...
Yeah, Linktree DNS address could not be found. Diagnose problem.
That is really weird. Okay, I think I may be able to do a chat here. Let me see. I apologize for this. That's the first time it happens, so...
Not a problem.
Oh, no, never mind. Is Linktree down?
Yeah, I'm wondering if...
Oh, wowzer. That's... That's news to me.
The site's gone.
I'd never seen this before. Oh, dear.
Wonder if they got not DDoS or something like that, but maybe they had something else.
It might be that they're under attack of some sort. Yeah, that is
Affiliate anniversary. What?
that is bloody weird, isn't it? It should be that link, yes, but I've just checked DMP and it doesn't work for me either. It looks like the entire site of Linktree is down. That is very surprising. Can I pivot fast enough on this?
Man, they're probably aware. I mean, there's a ton of people that use Linktree, so
Yeah, it's a very common thing. That's very surprising to me. What's the easiest way for me to do this? It's really annoying because everything goes to there. I don't know. Right, I've got Discord. I think. I guess that's one way to follow up on that if you like. It is quite calm for now because I've literally just started it. But yeah, I'm just gonna shoot an invite to that. Where is the invite? Oh man, I'm so clunky. I haven't done any of this in a million years.
Well, while you are doing that, I am at least going to run down my logic for how difficult my game is going to be because I've got 2 royals.
That's okay. It's the first day. It's the first day. You've got options.
Got time. So, based on what I've got, I believe I have a good shot at covering this royal. This royal. Sorry.
Yeah.
Covering Shoba and Shoba's the risk. Shoba's the big risk, but I don't mind Shoba because I'm not necessarily. It can be any dragon except, of course, that's going to be the one dragon that shows up is the one that I don't need.
Mm-hmm.
But on the off chance I can get any dragon except that, I think Shoba is playable with what I've got right now in terms of synergistic.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, your situation looks really rather good. It seems perfectly fine to me. Just because you have quite a lot of green agreement in this particular case, so that's not bad at all. Give us a second here to copy this bloody invite link. No limit, never yet. Generate new link. Copy. All right, so now I'm gonna stick it in the chat, and bada bing, bada boom. That should work. Oh gosh, I need to log in. Kill me. Wulden, I'm going to send you this. That is quite funny. I'm going to send you this via Discord, and you can just pass it along, would you?
Okay, yeah, no problem. No
Sorry,
problem.
everybody.
I'll throw it into my chat too. So
all of them technologies be failing. Right. So, right.
All right, folks. The link I'm about to post is the Discord. If you are interested in following
This product.
This product, yeah, the Beasts and Diplomacy product. That Discord link I just posted should get you what you need.
Mm-hmm. I'm also.
Did the bot catch it? Oh no, the bot is catching everybody else except me.
Well, yeah, you are special, aren't you?
I need to fix this bot at some point. It's kicking everybody's butt except me. All right, so yeah, that Discord there, that's the Beast. I'm actually going to join that right now because just to get that taken care of too.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. One thing everybody should know is I'm on the lookout for playtesters all the time. Within reason, of course. I'm quite a busy man at the moment because of this, but if I can, I'm always open to playtesting. And everybody who playtests will end up in the credits if it kills me, right? Because I've noticed that board games are a little bit less. I don't know, respectful of this, probably because they don't want to make the rule books too gigantic, but I don't care. Everybody who helps me belongs there. So anyway, we're done with noon. Sorry, Wulden. What do I have here?
So I played my diplomats, and that I don't have anything else with that. I'm now done with diplomats.
Yep, perfect. So am I. We can now move on to the afternoon. Now you're the first in the turn stack, so you're gonna be doing all of your moves all in a row. Okay. So you can, by the way, put your little guys back at home. I'm gonna do the same. There we go. Yeah, just drop them there. I have set up these little slots. They should kind of slot in. They do. Perfect. Now, what you want to do now is you want to play all of your stuff one by one. So let's start, for example, with, I don't know, your green beast that is a fiend. I know you have a fiend. You can put it inside Peak Mountain. So put it on Peak Mountain. Perfect. Now, immediately you get reactions. So check your own guys. Who likes that beast?
So right now, Rimke likes it. Jaridi, or
Jaredai, whatever.
Jaredai likes it.
Yeah.
I believe, Shoba likes it.
That's correct, on the right
entirely.
side.
And then this is a herbivore. So
that's an omnivore. That's an omnivore from Teutonica. So no, because it's a carnivore from Imperium. Now she does like Imperium, but it must be stone. But the static infiltrator is actually lightning, so that doesn't work. But yes, you are correct. You already did a very good move as your first move ever, which is Rimiki, Jaredai, and Shoba. All three of them like the beast. So you're going to get the sum of these incomes. You get a 2 plus a 1 plus a 2. Now I'm going to check on my side, and it's not a bird. The color is wrong, and it's not from Angelian. Therefore, I don't care. You give me nothing, which is the optimal move if you can do it. Okay, that's good. So now this reaction has been done. You can now move on to your next move. I don't know what your next move is. You do. So go right ahead and do whatever you want.
Next move is going to be... Oh, did I mess this one up?
It's very unlikely, but...
I may have... Yeah, I think I missed this one up.
Oh, Wulden, I just realized...
Oh, wait, no, that's correct. I did this one right.
I just realized I'm wearing like an old man's like Christmas sweater or something. It's brilliant.
for the stream video.
Yeah, just in honor of that. It's just for DMP personally. It's just for him. Okay, cool. Yes, so that's perfect. Yeah, so you're gonna get a reaction from that. Can you tell me who reacts to it?
So right now, the only reaction that I'm gonna get is from what's her name? Dryad.
That's correct, because it's stone from Imperium, so you can collect 2 coins. However, I'm gonna be a happy boy, because Selonir likes red beasts, and that's a red beast. So if you don't mind, Wulden, I'm just going to happily take a coin. Thank you very much. You see?
And you don't benefit from any of the other... Yeah.
No, it's just from Selonir, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So... Carry on. Now, what are you going to do? If you still have beasts, which I can see you do, and you don't plan on immediately selling them straight out of your hand, which you could do, then an environment is going to be necessary. So
yes, I will need an environment.
So you will need to spend a 3, so you can drop a 5, take back a 2, or something like that. And take an environment and just put it beside your other environment and then flip it. You may need to rotate it as well. Yeah, there you go. Boom, perfect.
Do the environments do anything different, or are they just thematic?
It's just thematic.
Okay.
However, I have every intention of in an expansion making them somehow important.
Okay.
So
that'll be that's a different question in regards to functionality and stuff. That's irrelevant.
You don't mind me terribly fixing my OCD, do you?
No. You can take care of whatever.
All right, go right ahead. So now you have the Scolding Geysers, and you can stick any beast you want in it.
Which one? I think I was going to do... Actually...
While you're there, one thing I may not have mentioned before, but I should. Every character starts with a cage, right? The cage is a free environment. It has no upkeep cost. However, it is limited to beasts that are valued 1 and 2. So
That's what I thought that was. Okay.
Perfect. So you playing the darter here is fully legal. If you had put the static infiltrator in it, I would have protested.
I was assuming that was why you pointed the static infiltrator over here, because I was originally going to ask what those two were about, and then when you did that, it lined up.
Perfect. Sorry, yeah, I'm trying not to overload you with information, so...
As of right now, I'm going to have to sell stuff.
Okay, well,
does that mean I play a trader?
You can put a trader on the tables where we can see it. Yeah, somewhere like that. And then put a beast alongside it that works. Aha! Well done, sir. That is absolutely perfect. So the beast is from Javelin, which is the primary requirement, and that's correct. It is diurnal as well, and it is also yellow. Therefore, you're going to get a full 8. So what happens is, this bird gets trashed. Bam. And this trader gets placed beside your home base, just on the other side. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you've already done the money, so that's perfect. Cool. And now you have another beast. I hate it when they stack.
Oh my gosh. Well,
They're really annoying because then you can't tell them apart, right? Because right now you got 6 there.
oh, I thought when you moused over them, yeah.
Do you?
Never mind.
Is that a way?
I thought when you moused, it's not doing what I was thinking the stack would do, where it has like an X something.
It's
not
ideal.
doing it.
But you can chuck them around. There you go.
All right, so this beast is, I actually made a mistake when I picked that one up, so it really isn't gonna help me much.
Does it do any reacting of any sort?
No, it's not gonna. No,
okay.
It's not gonna benefit me at all.
In which case, what you can do is you can sell it off straight out of your hand. So just put it down on the board, not in the environment. Just there, perfect. Now we're going to essentially sell it without a trader. How does that work? You sell the beast for its maintenance cost, or 2, whichever is lower. So if you sell this beast, you're going to get a 2. If you were to sell the static infiltrator the same way, you would only get a 2. Okay, so 2 is the maximum.
Okay.
So this gets trashed, and you take a 2. That's it. Now you still have 2 personnel in your hand. Are you planning on doing anything with them, or are you keeping them?
I would like to keep these 2.
Perfect. That's no problem at all. So your turn is finished. It is now my turn. All right. So what are we gonna do here? The first thing I am going to do is play this statuesque Ra. So let's take a look at my reaction real quick. You can look at my side so you can see. So it's a bird. Yes. Is it a red or black? No. Is it Angelian? No. Is it gray? Yes. So I get 1 + 1. Now you want to check on your own side, right?
So it's not green, or it doesn't do any good there.
Mm-hmm.
Sun needs to be green, so that doesn't do any good. I don't think I get to benefit from this one.
That's correct. The one that would be the closest would be Dryad, because she wants stone, but she wants stone from from Imperium, not Teutonica, so that's a fail. And she wants a Teutonica, but mine is a carnivore, not an omnivore, so that's also a fail. So, okay, that's 1. Now I'm going to do another one. I'm going to take this Venerable Crag, which is a 1, so it's legal to put in my cage. And I'm going to get a reaction for it. So my reaction is it's from Angelian, so that's a 1, and it's gray, so it's a 2. So I'm going to take another 2 coins, and you can check on your side if any of your guys like it. It is
no.
water. It's gray and water, and it's a giant. So
none of mine. I don't benefit from that either, because she wants herbivore that's from T.
That's correct. Teutonica, yes. Whereas this is from Angelian, and it's just FYI, that's a herbivore would only have the grass. That is an omnivore, so he eats everything. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a 1 to install deploy my Jester. Now, I quite like my Venerable Crag, and I plan on keeping it. So I'm going to put the Jester here, and I'm going to put the Venerable Crag on it. Now I need to spend 1 coin, because that's how much it costs, as you can see, to put the Jester. And the coin goes away. Oh boy. There. And that will give me 5 influence points at the end of the game. Hey Jacob, how are you doing? A long time no see. Right, now I need environments. I need 2, so I'm going to straight away spend a 6. There we go. I'm going to get 1 environment and another 1 environment. There we go. Flip, flip, rotate, 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 rotate. Awesome. Now, I'm going to play this fish. This red fish. It's a grotesque gulper. It's from Galixia. It's water. It's carnivore and sun. For me, it's only a 1 because it's red. So I'm going to get 1 coin.
And it's not compatible with any of mine, so I do not benefit from that one.
Yeah, well, I'm rude like that. So,
yes.
And lastly, I'm going to play this Splendid Paragon, which is a blue javelin bird. It's water. I don't think it does anything for you, but for me it's a bird.
No, does not.
For me it's a bird. Zoya's happy, so I get a 1. Okay, so we're good, and I'm gonna keep my personnel for later. So that essentially concludes this phase of play. We can now move on to Dusk. And at dusk, what happens is you need to pay your upkeep cost. So the way that works is that you count all of the little numbers that you have down here. So your fish is a 2, your infiltrator is a 4, so that's a 6. Peak Mountain is another one, 7. Scalding Geyser is another one, 8. And you have 2 chaps that you're keeping for later, costing 1 each. So your entire upkeep cost is a 10. So you can drop that 10 into that, and you are done.
And
it is now my
that is why I didn't want to go and buy any more stuff for anybody who was watching and wondering why I maintained 10 coins.
Right. Sounds good. Now, for me, the upkeep is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I have 1 chap here, 11. So I'm going to be spending 11. And just as I planned, I am poorer than you, which means I'm going to go first in the next day. I have a 12. So we're going to flip these around. I'm going to put yours at the bottom, mine at the top. We go to day 2. We both get a worker, so you can take a worker of your own color and add him to your home base. There we go. Whoa, mine is sitting on top of the other. That's quite cool. And finally, we are now ready to move on to dawn. So at dawn, we're going to get an additional 2 quests. Okay, so I'm going to hit the button to draw the 2 quests in our hands.
All right.
Here you go. Now you have 2 additional new quests. Now these quests, what I like to do is I take my old quest as well and add it to my hand. Because you could be discarding your old one. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
Now it's my turn to go first, and I have a quest I really don't want, which I'm going to be discarding. Now that quest is very interesting for you because you have Shoba, and Shoba wants a dragon, so you factually will want to get at least 1 dragon in the future. Now it's a bit of a risk, but it could work out.
And that is what I'm gunning for. So I'm going to discard this one because I don't have anything relative to it.
Yeah.
Benefit-wise or anything, and I will take that dragon into my hand.
The problem is you now have 3. You must discard another one. You need to be left with 2.
I am looking at this. Yes, this one here. There.
Whoa, Javelin. I've only got 1. That's rubbish. Okay, never mind. I don't really care about either of the 2. They're both a 3 for me. But having said that, I'm not so sure. Do you know what? You can have Giantology. I don't want Giantology. I will be taking...
What you're talking about, Gotwing, green and orange. I only have a red creature and a green creature. So I need to get an orange creature in order for Jiride to be complete.
I'll take Galaxia. Yes, done. Sorry, it took me a moment to decide, but there you go. I'm ready. So you're happy with letting these go, yeah?
Yes, I am happy with letting those 2 go. Those 2 go.
And they are gone. Fantastic. Now we can move on to and one thing you can do, by the way, Wulden, right? I'm still used to your old name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, it's all good.
That's all right. One thing you can do, I'm not going to do it on your card, but basically, if I have this card flipped, you can hold Alt and Shift, and you can peek at them. So you can peek at your own quests as much as you like to remind you of what they are, right?
Was not aware of that shortcut. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I learned it today with my first playtest. Technically, you're my second ever playtest online, so that's quite cool. Right, so let's move on to the morning. So in the morning, we are going to set up all the cards again. So I'm going to just hit the magic button. Everything gets set up, and it is now my turn. Ooh, do you have a dragon? No dragon for you.
Darn it.
That's very sad. I'm indeed crying inside. So let's see, but very, very quietly. So what do I want? Ooh, that's interesting. There's many interesting things here. Okay, I'm very keen on taking a bird that's black. So yeah, that'll be my first choice. I'm gonna drop a worker and take this black bird over here, stick it in my hand. Done.
All right, I'm going to take a worker, and let me double check that. T herbivore. T herbivore. I am taking that one right here.
Yeah.
We are getting.
Yeah, you're moving in the right direction. That's Teutonica omnivore. Whoa, good choice.
Ashen King.
Mm-hmm. Now, does that remind you of Dark Souls or what?
Yeah, it looks. I
That-
love this thing. This is awesome.
That's why I named it that way. So, okay, I'm using a worker to collect the Ruthless Pekka, which is this other bird that's also black. Your turn. Oh, the Exiler is interesting for you. I would actually consider him. So he is the only easy way, so to speak, to get rid of a diplomat that's been a pain in the backside. In your case, Shoba looks like she really wants to betray you. I mean, you may be able to do her. She's 50% done, but the other 50% is not done at all. So that could go really, really very wrong. Now, the Exiler would allow you to ban her, so you can trash her, and then you take 4 diplomats from the top of the stack. If one of those diplomats works, you can immediately welcome them in replacement.
Okay.
So it's a safety measure.
And as right now, I am going to have to claim that because that is pretty risky. So yeah, I'm going to do that.
Go right ahead. Go ahead.
1 worker, and I will claim that Exiler for emergency.
Yep. There is another way to get rid of diplomat as well, but it's very, very costly. You need to spend 10 coins, and you can lose a diplomat that way. Of course, that's a massive loss because not only do you lose the money, you also lose a diplomat from your stack, so it's quite painful. All right, so my turn. I am going to take Lascaria. See, good example. She used to be called Queen Witch Og, and so every time I see her, I now get confused. So if I do the socialite, it's not going to work so good. Anyway, your turn.
That's going to be played. I need to come up with what can we do with this? None of these monsters are really useful.
So it's become relevant for me to now tell you this. Then I'll explain those if you like. So one thing you can also do that I didn't tell you yet is you could spend a worker to fish from the top of each of the decks.
Okay.
Right?
Perfect.
Now, of course, that's a gamble, but it can really solve things. And remember how it's possible to discard things from your hand. So, for instance, in your case, you still have 3 workers. You could spend 1 worker to take a beast. Let's say that beast doesn't work. Okay. Spend another worker to take a second beast. Let's say that beast doesn't work. You could discard both beasts to take yet another. Okay. So that way you can, even though at deficit, you can essentially work in order to try and churn through the deck to see if you can find what you need. That's one way. Now, regarding the guys up here, the trainer is quite interesting for you because he will give you an equivalent amount of influence points equal to double the value of the beast in that very environment. For example, your infiltrator is very highly valuable. So that would make the trainer, if by the end of the game the trainer is under the infiltrator, the trainer would be worth alone an 8. Right? So it's pretty good. The donor here is also an interesting guy. If you get him, every 2 beasts that you have in your environment, in your exhibition, will give you 3 coins. So if you have a large collection, for example, mine is much larger than yours at the moment. I've got 4 beasts. You've got 2. The donor is attractive for me, but it is a very useful weapon towards the end of the game. So I may consider picking him up.
Well, I know this one. I was definitely looking to do the painter for right now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Now can you cycle people out of the? Don't put it in there.
That's all right.
All right. Can you cycle creatures through? Like, say I want to move the. This is like, say, just as an example, this was put over here.
Yeah.
And I want this creature in this encampment now.
Yeah.
Do I just freely exchange them around?
Just as you did it, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
the painter goes in your hand at the moment. The painter. You're gonna have to play him later, so he goes in your hand for now.
Or yeah.
Yeah, exactly. For now, we're just drafting. Okay, so my turn now. As I said I would, I am actually going to take my donor. And it's now your turn.
So we're going to use 1. And I will be taking that trainer.
Yeah, goes in your hand. Ooh, that's an idea. I like that idea. Do I have any other ideas? What do we reckon? There's that. How many workers do I have? 1. It's It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Ooh, that's nice. But sorry, I'm almost voicing my thoughts. I'm just essentially rambling at random. I'm just seeing options here, because I'm a bit concerned about my finances here, you know. But I reckon I will be fine, possibly. Yes, I think I'm gonna be taking this approach, but I can take a different approach as well because I know a card I have that you can't know I have. Is there anything else I can do? I think I am going to stop being stuck and I'm going to take the Shrill Gondorf. Done.
Alright. I am going to spend a worker. And I am going to draft
a random beast.
A random beast.
Dun dun dun.
Now, do you have to see this, or is it just going into my...
That's just you. I am going to pass for now. Did that work?
No, I just really like it.
That's a shame.
I don't think it's going to actually benefit me in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Usually that's the sound that people make when they finally find the thing that they were desperately trying to find.
No, this is just cool looking.
So, yeah, I've passed, so you can do whatever you like.
I do not believe this is going to work with anything. Okay, so I'm going to play my commander.
Yeah, good move.
So I can pull the 2 meeps.
Yeah, we're going to trash her here, put the 2 meeples back in your thing, and I'm passing again, so go right ahead and use those meeples.
Playing and drawing another card from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think that's, yes. That's going to be my turn for right there. So you're passing again, or?
I am passing, yes. You have 1 more worker because you've used the commander. So.
All right. So I'm gonna play that again, and I'm going to draw another beast from the
pile.
Damn it! I don't know if I think that's ultimately gonna have to be it, isn't it?
Well, remember that you can now. I know you've said. My understanding of your sort of noises that you're making is that one of those 3 beasts is pretty good for you, but 2 of them are pointless.
100%. Yeah, I was just if I can use them, I can use them. If I can't, then I'm gonna ultimately have to deal with them. I think that is.
Yeah, I didn't really finish what I was going to say, but basically what you can do is you can drop the 2 beasts you don't want onto the field, okay, and take something in exchange. So let's say, for example, let's take a look at the diplomats that are on the field right now. Sylvan, right here, she wants 2 lightnings. You already have 1 lightning in the static infiltrator. Now, there is no lightning now, or maybe you have 1 in your hand. I don't know, but that's a more reasonable risk. So you could potentially drop those 2 beasts to take Sylvan. Alternatively, you could consider Ali1 because she wants a dragon. The problem is it becomes really restrictive because you like there's very few dragons and you already have a dragon pain in the bum lady. Unless the dragon matches both Ali1 and Shoba at the same time, that would be a consideration I would never take.
Yeah. And that's also even if I did get the dragon that matches, there's the sun and the purple, and I've only seen 1 purple card so far, and it's incompatible.
Purple is relatively common. Yes, you're right, it's incompatible in this case. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I take the risk. Finally, there's also Urivolt down here. Urivolt, he wants 2 fish. You already have a fish, right? There is even a fish here on the field. So this is eminently doable should you want to do it. So you could drop those 2 beasts that you don't want, assuming you still don't want them now that I've highlighted these guys. Also, don't forget the traders, by the way, because the beasts you don't want may match traders, which is money.
I think I am going to. It's a lot of points, though. Damn. Sorry, this is I'm in attention paralysis at the moment with the.
Let me guess. You collected a beast that you need, but it also has a trader.
I'm gonna take a trade. Yeah, I'm gonna take a trader.
Yeah, but you gotta drop 2 things, or you need to spend a 5. These are your 2 options.
I believe I'm going to. I'm gonna spend the 5.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so I'm gonna drop the 5 in here. I'm gonna take this trader in my hand here.
So you got the Lunimorph, did you? Or whatever I call them now. I can't remember. The black giant.
Yes.
From Mercor. Yeah. Okay. Later, if we have the time, I'm gonna tell you where this game comes from, and you are going to be very surprised, I suspect. But we'll see. So, like in terms of inspiration. Let's see. Now, do I want to do anything? Do you know what? I think I'm still solid. I think I'm just going to relax. I'm going to wait for you to do your thing. So pass.
I am going to pass at this point. I think I'm up to the point that I need to be.
All right, sounds great. So let's.
And I'm hoping my money payouts are going to be okay.
Let's trash everything. So I'm gonna just trash every type of card over here, and yeah, there we go. And now what we can do is we can move on to noon. So again, out of turn, we can just welcome more diplomats than we have. Only have 1. I'm going to welcome Lascaria to my list.
I do not have any new diplomats to work with, so I'm going to be passing on that.
Perfect. Let's move on to the afternoon. So I'm going to go first and do all of my activity, as you did before last time. So I'm going to actually return my guys back to my thingy-mabob. It's messing with my OCD. Dude, this...
Oh, it's because you have the one that's turned.
Tabletop Simulator is giving me issues. Turn around.
If you turn that one, it'll line them all up. Oh, shoot. I just turned all mine for some reason.
That's alright. It's fine. They can stay that way. It's not a big deal.
There. Now it lines up.
Alright. So, it's now my turn to do the afternoon, and I've got a bunch of things to do. I think I am going to sell off my grotesque gulper without a trader. Not ideal, but I want the space. So I'm going to sell it off, and I'm going to get 2 coins in exchange. Secondly, I am now going to play this red bird, the Shrill Gondorf, which is a red Angelian bird that's nature. So if you look at your own people, see if anybody matches that. For me, that's a 3.
Nothing that's going to benefit from that.
So I would get a 3, 1 from Zoya, 1 from Selene, 1 from Arcton. I am not even going to bother taking the 3 from the bag because I'm simply going to spend it immediately for another environment. Okay, so I've got a new environment. In this environment, I shall stick this black bird, the Vile Scavenger, which is black from Javelin, and it's a bird in water. I don't think it does anything for you.
No.
But for me, it's a diurnal bird, so Lascaria will give me a 2. It's a bird, I'm going to get a 3. It's black, so Selenium will going to give me 1 as well. So I will get a 4. I'm only taking a 1 because I want, you guessed it, yet another environment. And I'm going to flip this environment, and in this environment, I'm going to stick this pecker, the Ruthless Pecker, which is also a black bird, but this one is from Imperium. It is carnivore, and it is water. So I don't think it does anything for you, but it does things for me. It's Nocturnal from Imperium, so again 2 from Lascaria, Bird, Zoya, Black, Selonir. So I'm going to get another 4, and this time I'm going to take a 5 and drop a 1. And that concludes my turn. You can now do whatever you want.
So now I am going to start by playing the dragon.
Ooh.
So that dragon meets the dragon type for 2, and it meets the earth. No, it doesn't meet that. Never mind.
It doesn't. It's the wrong empire.
Yep, it just gives me the 2 then.
Yeah, so you can take 2. That's good.
But that also solves my
exactly. So
That was a
now,
big issue.
yeah, your only problem now is Jaredai and Dryad on the left side. So
Hmm. So I'm gonna take 3 here, spend that on an environment, and then I'm going to play this, the Ashen King.
right.
So the Ashen King gives me nothing, nothing, nothing. It's an herbivore from T, so it gives me 2.
Yes. Yes. That's correct.
So not a huge play.
It's all right. You gotta solve them. You gotta start somewhere. So
Yeah, and then the is this the turn that traders get played next turn? Correct.
Either next or now. You can play them right
Oh,
now.
next turn now. Yeah, that's sorry. It's right there. All right, so I'm gonna play this trader, and we are gonna play that the impervious Lunarg.
Oh, Lunarg. That's what I called him. Yeah, fair enough.
So it matches the M for 3, matches the Giant for 3, and meets the Dark for 2.
It's a beautiful 8. Go ahead and stack them on top of the other. Yep.
Not safe for wolves. It's oh my gosh, 18 folks are showing up. Hello everybody, welcome aboard. Sorry. Really quick, I'll address the raid in a moment. I just want to make sure my turn is taken really quick. So this is trash.
It's trash, yeah.
And I have now benefited from, you didn't draw it, so I get 3,
8.
6, 8 coins.
Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention, and then you should talk to your raid, I think, is that Lunarg would have been really good for me because I would have gotten points from it, right? It's black. However, because you didn't play him, you didn't put him in any environment, that doesn't count. There's no reactions, and you completely bypass me. So, good move. Now, go ahead and talk to your raid, and we can move on with the rest after.
All right, Not Super Wolves, thank you very much. I still don't know, how is everybody, where is it mentioning an affiliate anniversary? I haven't seen any indicator, like, is that a new thing that Twitch is doing? Because everybody that's been coming in has been saying happy affiliate anniversary. I'm pardon my ignorance as a Twitch affiliate. I have no idea what's going on. So, oh, it told you to say that when you. Oh, that's what's happening. It's like a birthday notice. Okay, I see what's going on then. But yeah, welcome aboard everybody who's joining in. If you are sticking around, this is Mike in Principle. He is a friend of mine. If you have never seen my first introduction to Mike was a game called Thrusty Ship, and to date, I still highly recommend folks get Thrusty Ship. But I'm a big biased individual who's put like 300 hours into that game. This is his new board game that he's been working on and is now running play tests for, called the Beasts and Diplomacy. So thus far, yeah, just for a quick bullet point, out of the whole game that I've played so far, with one full turn being done, I am loving it. So if you want to stick around and have a look at it, this is really a keen board game so far. So hopefully you'll enjoy. If board games are not your thing, that's not normally what I'm streaming, but in this case, this is just something I'm super excited about. So hopefully you'll all be able to share in that entertainment. That being said, welcome aboard. So my turn's still going on. I am now going to see. I don't know if that's going to cost money to keep out.
That's correct. Do you actually want an environment for that? You can quickly check your costs while you're at it, right? So at the moment you have 16 coins, and your upkeep is 2, 6, 7, 8, 13, 16, 17. Presently, you're already not able to pay your upkeep, and I haven't even counted the fact that you have 4 personnel in your hand. Those also cost you.
So I am going to play my trainer over here.
Reasonable. That costs you a 3 immediately. I can deal with a faff if you like. There you go.
So, because I'm hoping to be able to make up for some of these costs in a moment. I'm going to then spend here.
Yeah, that's 1 coin.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make up the cost, but I'm hoping this will work out in the wash. I'm going to sell this one.
Straight away from your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Good that you did, because playing it would have fed me. So we can throw it there, and you can get 2 coins from the bag.
And I still don't know if that allows. I think I can just barely make this out, or am I gonna have to sell a creature?
That would be very sad.
Yeah. 2. This is -1, so now 2, 4, 6. This is now 6, so 16. And this is
You're already over.
20. Damn it.
You're well
I'm
over.
over by quite a bit, actually. This is unfortunate.
Yeah. So those chaps, can they do anything to help you at all? I can't see them.
One of them, no. They are not going to help me at the moment. So.
Well, oh, hello. That's a really cool card. But
yeah, I just can't benefit from it.
Not right now. But it will help you dig through the deck later. And what else have you got?
And then the Exiler that I was hoping to keep around for.
Right. Okay. So let's quickly check your budget again. I mean, we're premature on that. Actually, we're premature on that. You're not going to be doing anything. So let's move on to Dusk. So it's my turn to do my budget. Let's see. So I've got 1, 2 plus 3 is 5. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's my budget. And here we go. I can pay it. And I'm left almost penniless. But hey,
starting to think I probably should have not used the trainer. But even then, I don't think I could have afforded.
I don't think you could have. No. So what you need to do now is, we've already calculated that you're well over, right? But just here on the right, you've got a 10, right? And then this one is an additional 4. And this one is an additional 2. So you go up to 16. Right? On top of it, you've got 2 cards in your hand that bring you up to 18. At the moment, you have 15, so you're 3 short. One of these beasts has to go.
Yeah, and that would be this one. That out of all that I could keep, that's the one I would prefer to dump if I can.
All right, sounds good. So this one will then get trashed. You get 2 coins for it. So 1 and 2. And now your budget has changed dramatically, because this is a 10 and this is still a 4. So now you are at 14, and in your hand you have 2, that's a 16. Because you've made a little bit of money, you actually have enough. Because this is a 6, right? So that goes in the bin. That's a 10. Done. And you are now left with a beautiful 1, which also makes you first, because I have 3 coins. All right, so I'm sorry you had to gut your collection, but...
hopefully I'll be able to make it up, because I got one more day to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead and take your worker guy and add him to your home base. There we go. And we can now move on to Dawn again. And we both get 2 more quests. And these are the last quests. Remember, you can take your old quests and put them in your hand. That's what I always do. And you can check what you have and then make decisions. Oof, this is not good for me. You're first to drop, however. You need to drop 1 of those.
That's unfortunate here, but 1.
Well, darn it, I have sold my only fish. I don't like that. I'm going to drop...
So did I.
I'm going to drop this in hope that you find it so compelling that you're going to drop something in exchange. Because you still need another green, at minimum, in order to make Rimiki happy.
Yeah. Do I feed you obvious bait? Or do I try? No. I'm going to have to say no on that one.
All right, sounds good. Well, in that case, I think I'm actually going to become a pain for you. And I'm going to take back green. And I'm going to drop horses. Now, I don't care about horses, but now you know I need to have at least a green. Otherwise, I'm going to fail a quest. So I will be hunting green just as much as you. Or I could decide, this is risky, too risky for my taste. And in fact it is. I will actually change my own mind and I will take fish again.
Hold on. No, I'm good where I am. I'm good where I am right now.
All right,
with 3 quests.
So we can put these 3 quests down on top of our thing, and the other 3 get thrashed.
Oh, I have those selected by accident.
That's all right. I got it. Yeah, unfortunately, Tabletop Simulator, lovely as it is a little bit faffy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This in real life is substantially more elegant than this. Okay, good. So we are now ready to move on. Let's go to the morning. So again, I'm going to click on the magic button that gives us all of the cards. Bada bing. And there's loads of green. Oh, that was such a wrong choice. Darn it.
This is the round.
Oh, you even get Muja, who likes a dragon. That's unbelievable. All right, so it is your turn to go first. What are you going to draft?
I am going to draft a monster, or yeah, I'm gonna draft the dragon lady here.
The dragon lady there.
Muba, or
Muja.
Muja. Sorry, Muja.
That's yeah, that's reasonable because there's so much green. You're not actually fussed. However, don't you forget, you actually have a big problem, and your problem is you do not have Dryad solved because you had to sell her fish.
Yeah.
So you got, and you also need something orange. Fortunately, there's 3 orange things. So that's not a big deal. But yeah, point is, you gotta figure out a way to solve that problem. Now, I need to figure out a way to expand my people. And unfortunately, none of this really works for me.
It's
now,
a huge too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there's the greeter. I think the greeter needs to come with Mikey here. Whoop, done. Your turn.
Damn. Yeah, that is a huge problem to solve.
You do have the tactician. So what you can do with the tactician is you can fish 3 times, and then you can drop all 3 of the cards if they don't work, and then take another 4, which could also be fishing. So you could technically go through 7 cards if you have 3 cards to drop with him.
But I need to have 3 cards in my hand to drop.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so the first thing you would probably want to do is just solve your green problem.
Yes,
that's the first
that's
step.
what I was looking at.
And you may want to try and keep it cheap. Top
So I'm gonna
tip.
have to make a lot of money to.
You definitely want a diurnal, right? Because you want to get the best possible reaction from Shoba.
Yeah.
So you got 3 diurnals, 1 cheap, 1.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the spitting Molur here.
Mulgore.
Herbivore, diurnal, and green. Perfect.
Yeah, it goes in your hand, but I believe you forgot to use one of your workers.
Oh, oops.
We
Sorry.
wouldn't want to have Godwin accuse you of cheating, would we?
Yeah, no, right. All right.
That would be rather terrible. Okay, so I've used one of my workers. So 'tis my turn. Ooh, I have found me an option, but I have taken the greeter. That option is kind of cool, but it's also a bit trash. Oh wait, no. That option is lovely. All right, I'm gonna take this fish. Your turn.
That's stressful. Not useful either.
Yeah, you can go random fish, and then
Yeah, I may
tactician.
need to do that in a moment.
Before you do that, you may want to consider what's up here.
I'm gonna be taking this one, so I'm gonna use a worker for this.
That's fair enough. Now, and that actually makes Quilut fully done for you. I don't know if you've noticed. Now,
Yes, that was an important card. So
the one thing that I would to mention to you and just explain these 3 guys. So the Buska, she will give you 7 coins if you play her or on any beast that's in your environments that's either a 1 or a 5 value. Now you have the dragon that's a 5, and I know you've just created the Mulgur, which is a 1. So technically the Busker is a good, easy way to make some money for you.
okay.
The Matron allows you to draw 3 diplomats from the top of the deck and keep 1. Trash the other 2. And finally, the Carer reduces the cost of your exhibition by 1 coin per non-empty environment or cage.
Oh, okay. So these are things. Okay. Yeah, that's very valuable.
Right. So my turn. I'm going to use one feller over here to collect this lizard. Your turn.
Killer right there. All right. I am going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to spend a meeple to get the busker.
Reasonable. But unfortunately, I'm not going to let you get everything. I am actually going to take the care. Your turn.
Right. I am then going to
try to figure out some sales because you're going to need some money.
Yeah.
But no, you still need to solve your problem. So it's time to dig, man.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go in and... I was hoping to be able to... I have 2 more to go, and then I don't have any money, so I'm going to have to spend the busker right now.
Yeah, you could.
So I spend the busker. It requires at least one or 1 5.
So you'd put her right here, and we would all verify that that's a 5. Yeah, that's good. So she gives you 7 coins. That's it.
All right. Okay, so I didn't know if I was going to do anything else with the card there. So okay, so 5. So I get 7 coins.
Yep.
All right, that sets me up a little.
Quick and easy money, bro. All right, so what do I got? I am going to... Yeah, you're not a risk from that perspective. I'm going to play the Greeter. The Greeter will give me 2 diplomats from the top of the deck. So I'm simply drawing them, and then we'll see. Well, aren't you people rubbish? Darn it.
All right.
I may have done you a favor here. Okay, your turn.
I am going to... I do have that stuff. I'm gonna pull a trader here. So we're gonna spend a worker on that.
Oh, that's rude. I wanted that. Oh well. Okay. I am going to spend a worker to collect Deanne. Your turn.
I am then going to spend a worker to collect this. Right.
Reasonable. I am going to spend my final worker to collect a random personnel. Wow. Okay. Your turn.
Spend 5 to draw this diplomat.
I'm going to drop this diplomat and this diplomat to collect something in return. And the thing I plan on collecting is a random personnel. Okay. Your turn.
I am going to have to spend my exiler. And I have to toss a
Dryad?
Dryad.
Okay, that's alright. So we'll throw them away. And then she gets trashed. They return back to where they were. So bloody finicky. And now you take 4 diplomats from the top of the deck and stick them in your hand. So you can just go there and press 1 4 times.
Whoa, what the hell?
How many did you get?
It gave me 8.
Oh, bummer. Are you sure you pressed 1 and not 8?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me pull these. Oh god, you gotta be kidding me! I'm just gonna, because I'm assuming these are just gonna get trashed.
Well, yeah.
I'm just moving them out, flipping them over, and I'm gonna shuffle them, and then just pull 4 from the shuffled stack.
Okay.
How did that happen? I hit 1 twice.
You hit 11.
Oh, is that how that works?
I think so. So you probably then just want to hit a 4. That's what you want to do.
All right. So if we flip this over.
Yeah, hit exactly. Yeah, and then just press 4. Okay, did you
Perfect.
get 4?
All right.
Okay.
I now have 4.
I'll put the other ones back. Now you get to keep one. Now, at this phase of play, you can actually keep them in your hand if you want to, or you can immediately deploy them. There's really no advantage for you to immediately deploy them. That's just really necessary if you decide to do that during dusk, because technically you wouldn't have the ability to deploy them, but that breaks that rule. So you
Well,
can...
I can also use 2 to do actions, correct?
No. Oh, in this particular case, you can keep one, and then you can use that as ammunition to do what you just suggested. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, you keep one diplomat. Now, all of them could not work, which is fine. If all of them don't work, keep the one that you think is the most useless to me, and then you can drop them alongside with using the tactician, right?
So the one that is probably the least useful is probably this one here then.
Okay, so she goes trashed. You need to trash another 2 of those. Are you actually quite sure? Because she's doable relatively easily for you.
Is she?
Yeah, you already have a stone white, which is your skytail, which you're extremely unlikely to throw away. And she wants a water blue. So as long as you find a water blue, there's one.
Oh shoot, that is a stone. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can't do them all, so you're gonna have to like drop something. But yeah, there you go. Mutt is the most useless to you for sure, so he can go in the toilet for sure. This chap, you would need a grey.
And I don't have them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have any of those.
We need one more. One more needs to be trashed of those.
That one.
Yeah, you have no wind, so that's perfect. Okay, you're done. It's my turn. I ran out of workers, but I can still use my trapper. What my trapper does is I draw 3 beasts from the top of the deck. And there I go. I'm done. Your turn.
Alright, so in order to do... This is just... The Tactician is just 3 cards, period.
Yeah, 3 cards, and not including him. You drop them all on the field and then collect 4 different ones, which could be random picks. Oof.
Alright, then I am going to do... So she gets dropped in.
Are you sure? She's already done for you. You already have a dragon.
As far as I know, a couple of... Well, in terms of... Because I don't have any money at the moment. So in order to be able to do some of these, I need to be able to get money, and I don't have the means to really do much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's.
I might not be able to do that actually.
Well, I mean, listen, you don't need to use the tactician. You could drop the tactician as ammunition together with something else that you absolutely don't want, and collect something in return. It's just that you've let me collect a lot of the money stuff, and now you're gonna have some money issues.
Yeah. If I can't get this one needs. Got that. That's a quick solution to fix that problem. All right, so damn it. I'm gonna go ahead and toss the tactician.
Yep, you put him there up top where the personnel go.
So yeah, I mean it's one of those things. So we're gonna drop the tactician, drop that, and then I'm gonna pull this one in.
Yep, that's reasonable. I hope you have the money to maintain all of those, because if I go correctly, there's 3 beasts. You still are gonna have to buy another 2 environments just for that. I know you have a bird that you mean to sell, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to pull. I'm hoping it's going to come together, but that's basically all I can do.
It's looking spency.
This is going to be cheek clencher.
Yeah, well, I think I think stuff is going to come out of those cheeks. I
don't. In order to get my mind to work, I don't have many options to kind of walk myself in with all the power plays I made way at the wrong time last turn.
That's okay. It's your first playthrough ever, so it is not entirely unexpected. Right. What will I do? Yes.
For folks watching, I should not have played this trainer last turn. That cost me pretty. This set me back as opposed to setting me forward. So, in terms of cost, so I may have actually shafted myself, despite getting 10 points out of this at the end. If I can keep it, that may have set me back from what Mike's about to do.
Right.
We'll see.
So I've got a problem, and it's the opposite problem than you have. I have what is known as screw you money by the end of the game, and unfortunately, money doesn't give that much score. I'd much prefer to have more score and less money.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I going to do? I reckon I am going to play my donor now. Now, my donor... Actually, no. No. I'm going to play my orator now. Now, the way he works is I need to play him on a beast that it's my exhibition, and I'm going to get reactions from my guys multiplied by 2. So it's as if I just played that beast, but I get double the reactions. So I'm going to play it on the Vile Scavenger. So I'm going to get the reaction from Lascaria for Sunlight Black, that's a 2. Bird and Black, so I get 4. 4 times 2, that's 8. So he goes away. I'm going to take 2 5s and drop a 2. Are you doing anything else, or are you stopping for now?
No, I've got to pass.
Okay. I'm going to therefore just immediately spend 2 5s, 1 for one action, 1 for another. The first action will be taking this beast, and the second action will be taking this trader. And so that's actually quite inefficient, but I want more points.
Sorry about that, man.
Bless you. Darn it. There's another thing I want to do. Oh, but that may be pushing it. No, I'll be fine. You only live once. So I'm gonna play my donor. that gives me 3 coins for each 2 beasts that I have. I have 6 beasts, which means I'm gonna get 9 coins. So goodbye. Now I'm gonna drop this 1 coin and take 2 5s in exchange. I'm gonna spend yet another 5 to collect this trader, and I am finally finished. We are ready to move on.
All right.
So, time to trash everything. Ah, that tactician was so tempting. Well, okay, here we go. We're done. Moving on to noon. At noon, we add more diplomats. I believe you have 2. I only have 1. So.
Crossing fingers, man.
That's a lot of fingers you gotta cross.
That's a lot.
All right, so it's your turn to go first. All
right.
Let's see what you do.
So first up, we're gonna go ahead and play this.
Yep.
So that requires a bird, requires water. I don't have A, so I'm gonna be getting
a 5.
five coins out of that.
Yeah, we can trash the bird, and this goes over here. Done. Next.
All right. So the first play is going to be this one here.
That giant from Javelin. Okay.
So that is a blue water for 2.
Yep.
I think that's all it's going to give me.
It is. It doesn't give me anything at all. So
there's 2.
Now you got to spend for an environment. In fact,
Yep,
you need 2 environments. You need a 6.
3 goes for, well, yeah, I might as well get both environments out, because this is ultimately what's gonna.
Well, the thing is, none of your beasts are actually disposable. So yeah, it is. Everything is necessary. Nothing is luxury here.
Yep. So it's either going to work or it's not going to work.
It's not. I can see the math. Okay, so you need to spend another 3. Yeah.
All right. So there's that.
4 coins. That's very little. Yeah. Okay, that's good. At least that gives you loads of money. So that's no, one at a time. Need to get the reactions.
Oh, one at a time.
Yeah, you need to get the reactions.
Oh, right.
So the Spitting Mulgore gives you, well, you should know by now.
Yep. So that's going to give me a green 2, a green 1, green daylight 2, so that's 5 coins out of that one. And for you, does
Nothing.
that benefit you? Nothing. All
Don't
right.
worry,
So
I'm responsible
then,
for checking myself. Yeah.
so then for me, we then get the beveled roller. So that is herbivore. Monster gives me 1.
Yep.
The orange gives me 1.
Yep. And that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, you get a 2. So now, if my math doesn't fail me, you need about 1 million, and you got very much less than that. So you have 11, and just this here on your right, just this stuff, that's a 10.
Yep.
So yeah, that's not happening. So okay, my turn. I am going to spend a 3, so I'm going to spend my 5 and get back a 2. Whip. Here we go. To get an environment. So here it is. There we go. And in this environment, I shall stick something that will feed you a little bit. This striped ripper, which gives me a 1.
So that gives me a 1. And I believe that is it. Yeah, that's 1.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to help you.
No, it's all good, man.
Now
we shafted you a couple times since we started, so
that's all right. I don't mind. Now I'm trading it into this trader because it's wind and sunlight. It is not javelin, so I'm only gonna get a 5 from it. So he goes away, and I'll take a 5. There we go. Now I'm going to play this beast over here, which is another Angelian fiend. Now it is stone, but it's not white, so that doesn't work for you.
I don't benefit from that one.
Unfortunately, not. I will get, however, a 2 from it. So 1 and 2, and I will immediately, after I've milked my own diplomats, I will immediately sell it for a 5 because it's a fiend and sunlight. It's not black, so I will get a 2 + 3, so 5. So that goes there. This chap goes in the bin. And I get a 5. Now I shall play this black fish. Now this one does feed you. And that gives me a 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what it gives to you. Should be a 1, I think.
As right now, just 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightning that's not from Javelin, I believe. Okay, and now I need to quickly check my finances, but I reckon I'll be fine. I'll spend another 3 for another environment. And this environment shall be flipped and rotated. And I will stick this beautiful lizard in here for a 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is water blue. No. Day black. Yep. Nothing that benefits me.
All right. Now it's almost time to end, but I will play the Exhumer before I do. Now the Exhumer allows me to go into the trash pile of beasts and choose anything I wish, and I can buy it for its cost of maintenance. No, maybe no, maybe. That's a potential candidate. Let's put it on the side. Let me remember what my quests are.
Yeah, my ooh-ah was for the dignified cumulus. So.
I see. Yeah, it's very woofy. Fair enough.
That's fair enough. I was like, it absolutely serves me nothing.
Ooh, I like this. I like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Don't like this. Don't like this. Don't like this. Okay, I don't really care. This is incredibly clunky to do on Tabletop Simulator, and in reality, it is way faster.
Just shuffle through it, yeah.
This is...
I like how clean I really do like how clean the cards are in terms of information, like at a glance. Right. So it's really quick to read the cards. I really like that.
That's good. So I need to spend this too. So I'll spend a 5 and get back a 3. 1, 2, 3. And I now get to keep this in my hand. Now I will immediately play it, but where will I play it? I will play it instead of this little guy. So before I do, I'm gonna sell it off for a 1 coin. and I am going to now play this in here. And I don't think it
No,
feeds you anything.
That does not feed me at all.
It feeds me a 2. And I shan't take a 2. I will drop a 3 and take a 5. And I am finally finished with this. So it is now time to move to the upkeep phase, which is dusk. And I'm afraid you have a rough one now.
Yeah, I botched.
Yeah, it's
right.
interesting. I don't think I've ever seen such a situation before with this much financial pain. So let's see.
So that's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 5. That's 6. So 11, 13.
That's it. You ran out of
15.
money.
Yep.
So you
50.
need to decide who goes. Now, so what do you want to do? Is you want to choose people that will not damage too much. For example, if you were to sell the static infiltrator, it would be tragic. You would hurt. You would hurt. What this guy, so Rimiki would fail. Quilut would fail. So that's really not ideal. Moyena.
I'm just separating these out because.
Yeah, Moyena would be fine to fail. The problem is that the other half of Moyena is Shoba. So the one bit that you would want to fail of Moyena's is really cheap. So it will not really help you meaningfully, I think.
Mm-hmm. Jared,
wait.
Essentially let go.
Oh,
What?
dude. You're getting confused a little bit because you forgot that you got rid of Dryad. And the Ashen King was specifically only for Dryad. Which means the Ashen King can go and so can the Tranquil Mountain. And that will give you 3 coins and reduce your entire budget by 4. So that's a substantial gains. Like 7, basically.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so you can throw away the Ashen King. Get a 2. I'll get it to you. There you go. And you can also throw away that environment. For a 1 only. Not ideal, but hey, just beside the environments is fine. Yeah,
I forgot completely about that. I was looking at the herbivore part and seeing it for Quilut.
Yeah, but that's the Merkur one, which is this chap over here. So now your budget has changed drastically because you have 6 over here, plus another 4, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that is absolutely payable. I mean, I say that, you're left with 1 coin. but
yeah, but I at least now am not. I now acquiesce all of my.
Yeah, all of them are happy. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's good job. So you can now chuck away these 3 5s and it's my turn to pay.
All right.
So
game salvaged.
Yes.
Hey, shout out to you, Emmett. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
That is very much one of the philosophies of this game. It's a lot about opportunity. I really like it that you can save yourself. Frequently, board games are very like the opposite of that. They're basically you doom yourself. Usually.
It is very forgiving. I do like one of the. I guess I'll collect my thoughts in a moment after this, but this is definitely very. I really do like how the constant like give and take keeps moving. How do I word this? Like what we just did, basically. Like, oh man, that was a horrible decision, and then I managed to make it up with the next turn out of with the 3 turns we've got available.
Yes, the issue is really with your level of experience at the moment. These ideas aren't that visible to you. But you would have probably found it on your own. I just intervened too quickly because I'm excited. I'm sorry. So anyway, I need to pay a 3, another 3, another 3, and then a 2 up here. So that's an 11 in total. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I have a similar problem to yours. However, I have my carer. And my carer reduces my cost by 8. So 23 minus 8 makes 15, which means I can pay these 2 10s, get a 5 back, and drop my care. And I'm done. Now we are ready for scoring. So We are going to use the score counters over here. It's not going to be ideal, but this is really the fastest way we can do it. So you can drag this somewhere here. It's fine. And now we're going to grab our little cheat sheet here to know what we need to do. So the first thing we need to do is we need to score the diplomats. How is this going to work? I'm going to do myself first, just so you can see what I'm doing. You can imitate it. So I'm going to now show you here. I'm going to put Diane here, and I'm going to tell you I have 2 Galixia beasts. And there's one right here, and there's another one. So she's done. Now I'm going to take Lascaria, and I'm going to stack her, but the other way around, right? So I need to demonstrate that I have a diurnal black, there it is, and a nocturnal imperium, there it is. So she's done. Next, Zoya, she wants 2 birds. Here's a bird, here's another bird. Next, Selonir, I'm going to start a new column. After 3, I start a new column. He wants a red beast, right here, and a black beast, right here. He's done. Arcton, he wants 2 Angelian beasts. There's one, this gray chap. And here's one, this red chap. So I've got them. And finally, Farouk wants 2 grays, and they're right here in the bottom left corner. Whoa, okay. that went very wrong. Sorry. Wait.
Oh, for a minute, I thought you threw him off the table.
I hit the flip the table button. No, okay, wait, there you go. I fixed it. Sorry. Yes, so anyway, everybody's done. So what's my score? My score is the sum of these. So I got 4 plus 6, that's 10, 14, 19, plus 8, 27. So I'm going to type 27 here, and I'm done. Now, before we continue, I also can check the bonuses straight away. You can see them here. Okay, so the bonuses are, have I not failed anybody? No. Okay, good. So I get an additional 10. And how many columns of 3 do I have? I have 2. Each of them is worth 5. So I get an additional 20. So my score is 47 at the moment. Now it's time for you to do the same as I have. So go ahead and put your guys exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Quilut.
So Quilut, he has an herbivore. What the heck is that symbol? That's the
omnivore. Omnivore from Merkur.
Yep, omnivore from Merkur.
Yeah, and that's
and he needs a lightning that is not from Javelin, which is the static infiltrator.
Yeah, that's good. So that's done.
So that's 6.
Next.
That's
perfect. So you want a water that is blue water.
Water blue is my disgusting Trolloc.
Yeah, and white stone.
White stone is going to be my formidable Skytail dragon.
Perfect. Let's move on to Jerdai. So continue.
Jerdai just needs a green and an orange. So we've got the Spitting Mulgar and the Beveled Roller.
Done. Now we can do Rimiki. He needs 2 greens.
2 greens. Got the Static Infiltrator and the Spitting Molar.
And finally, Shoba. She wants a dragon.
That is not
Teutonica, yeah.
And then sun or the
diurnal green.
Yes, and that's going to be my static infiltrator.
Perfect. They're all done. So you get 6 times 3 is 18, plus 10 is 28. Your bonus for not failing anyone is 10, so 38. And on top of it, you have 1 column of 3, so you get a 43. Go ahead and type 43 in there. You may need to press backspace first. It's a bit wonky.
43 total?
Yep, that's it for now. So that would be the first 2 lines of the score sheet here. Now, the next one we go with trades. So I have done 2 trades, so I get an additional 6 points. So I'm going to click this plus button 6 times. 3, 4,
okay.
5, 6. You have done 3 trades, so you get a 9. So you can just go to 52 straight away. Ooh, this is close. All right, next. Beasts. Now you add up all of the values of your beasts, disregarding all other numbers, like your painter and your trainer.
Yeah, so 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 total for my beasts.
7? No, I count much more than that. I count to 12. It's 1 plus 4, that's 5, plus 5 is 10, plus these.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I'm
an idiot. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So you go to 64. For me, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 10, 16. So I go to a 69. Hey. Dodgy content. All right, next. How much money do you have? You need to split that in half. Now, unfortunately, you have one coin, and one coin divided in two, I'm afraid, divided by two is, I'm afraid, 0. So
Yeah.
I am going to get a 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Next, personnel. Now, here's where you kick my backside a little bit, because you have amazing personnel. Your painter's worth a 4, and your trainer is applied on a dragon that's worth a 5, so he's worth a 10. So you have a 14. You go up to 78. Now I only have the jester, so I go to 77. So technically you're leading me by 1 point right now. Finally, the quests. We reveal them one by one. So let's start with me here. My first quest is fish. I have 1 fish and 2 fish, so that's a 6. Next quest.
All right.
I've got personnel, which sucks because I only have 1, so that's a 3. I go to 9. And finally, Galixia, which is a little bit more decent. I've got 1, 2, 3. So my total is 18. So I'm going to go to 95. Ugh. Okay, sounds good. Your
I
turn.
gotta make up quite a bit there. So first up,
Carnivores. 2.
1, 2.
That's a 4. Next. Yeah, we can do. I'll add a 4 here. Okay, fiends. Only 1. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
got rid of the other one.
Yeah, the
That's
other one had to go.
Fortunate.
And
then a
dragon
for
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is the final score.
A lot
Congratulations.
closer than I was expecting.
You have been defeated by the developer. I apologize.